Alice Carone, and we have a very exciting product that we're going to share with you right now. It's called S2O. If you've ever had any kind of stain, then you know how expensive it is to try and get it out or lose whatever it might be. Well, we've got the answer right now. And what you're looking at right here is truly a product you need to see to believe. And we're going to get right to it and show you, because this is not just multi-purpose stain remover. This is a concentrate that will actually make, are you ready, 32 bottles. It works out to be 62 cents a bottle. The gentleman who created this is actually Akas Yankuro, and let me tell you what, he is a chemist. This is not a person who reps a product, who learned about. This is a man who invented the product, who has invented so many products, and he brings us this, and I love to show it because this is one you gotta see it to
Stand back. Watch this graffiti spray paint. You want to see a hard stain to get out? How about graffiti? Check this out. I'm gonna put graffiti all over here, Alice. That's gonna let that dry under the hot studio lights. Let's put some more, and we're gonna see if S2O can get that stain out. My goal here isn't to show you that this is a good stain remover. My goal is to show you this might be the best stain remover you've ever laid eyes on. Stain remover. Watch this. Maybe you're at a bus stop. Maybe you, boom, oh, just like that. Maybe somebody splashes something on you, and next thing you know, you're in a big mess like that. Watch this. If you want to get the stain out, what you want to do is you want to use S2O, because S2O is not magic, it's science. Pay attention now, because what you're seeing here right before your eyes, the stain is disappearing. That's big molecules breaking down into little molecules right in front of you. And I'm going to explain what just happened here, because this stain remover does things that other stain removers never even dreamed of. I'm going to step over here now, Alice, a little dance over here. Why does it work? Because it takes big molecules and breaks them down to the little molecules, and that doesn't happen with stain removers. Most stain removers have bleach and hydrogen peroxide, all kinds of silly things in them. Not here. Here's a test. I'm going to put an old-fashioned stain remover, one you might use at home, this old blue stuff. I'm going to put used motor oil. You're going to see in this demonstration the hardest stains ever in the history of stains coming out. Watch this. We're going to drop that in there, and I'm going to rub. I'm going to scrub. I'm going to try. I'm going to get that stain out, let that soak there for a second. On this side, I'm going to show you how concentrated S2O can be. I'm going to put a little bit in there. It's kind of like cooking with garlic, just a little bit. That's very scientific. As long as you get a little bit in the bottle there, you're good. I'm going to put more used motor oil on here, and I'm going to show you the power of S2O. Why is it one of the best stain removers in the world? Check this out. This is going to be used motor oil right in front of your eyes. Watch carefully. You're going to start to see big molecules start to break into little molecules. Look, 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 look. You can see that biodegradable organic plant extract breaking down the oil in real time right in front of you. This is something that as most stain removers don't do. I haven't rubbed, I haven't scrubbed, I've just exposed that beautiful biodegradable organic plant extract that you saw me concocting in the beginning there. I took 2 years off television to invent this, and let me tell you something. Here's the side-by-side. Oil and water don't mix. That's why your stain removers don't work. This one breaks the oil down so it can mix with water, and that is a breakthrough. Where's my spray paint? I gotta get my spray paint.
You had to see it to believe it, and you can talk all day that this is science, but it's the magic of science, because it sure looks like medicine.
Watch this. I'm going to put graffiti spray paint on that tile right here. You want to see big molecules breaking down to little molecules? Pay attention. Watch carefully, because that is not magic. That's science. That is nail polish. That's enamel spray paint. That's the same stuff. And it's breaking down right in front of your eyes. Can you see what's going down? You can see where the stain remover has kissed the enamel spray paint. Stain removers don't do that. Here's one for the fellas, because every time a fella sees this, he goes, you got to be kidding me. What's that man doing? This is tar. This is nasty. What would you get tar out with? I don't know, maybe gasoline or some kind of nasty solution? Watch this. I'm going to put the S2O down here. Remember the secret of S2O? Big molecules breaking down into little molecules in real time. Every fella who sees this, he goes, you got to be kidding me. That guy's got his hands in it. It is actually biodegradable organic plant extract. If you want the best stain remover in the world, consider S2O, because let me tell you something. There's not many stain removers that do what I'm doing right there, where it kissed it just like that. Let me show you another stain up here. Let's do a couple more stains for you. Here's one on carpet. What would you do, Alice, if I went over to your house and I rubbed a little motor oil into your carpet. That'd be a little bit nasty, wouldn't it? Yeah, stop hitting me. Okay. Just like that. We'll put a little mustard in there too, because that's not nothing. That mustard's hard to get. How about some makeup? How about some things that are really, really tough? This is waterproof makeup there. I'm going to put that in there also. Let's put a little wax in there just for a little fun. And how about, you know what, we got all grass right here. Look. And you know, when I come here, I don't just create a stain or it's a fake stain. You're seeing real stains right here, produced right in front of your eyes. That's a guy sliding into second base. And there you go. Stains everywhere. All right. Now, that's a pretty good stage, right? Watch what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you how on carpet, on all kinds of upholstery, any stain, anywhere, no rules. Watch this. So you ready for this? Because what you're going to see in front of your eyes, there goes the used motor oil, there goes the mustard, there goes the mascara, there goes the wax, there goes the grass. Watch the reveal. S2O stains are out of there.
That's
this
amazing.
time, next time, every single time. You know something? We do a lot of demonstrations here because I want to prove to you the versatility of S2O. Here's one, and if you're a little bit, a little bit queasy, look away, okay? Because what I'm going to do here, I'm going to
loose, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to break a few rules here. This is what I'm going to do. Ballpoint pen meets leather.
Not looking.
What would you do if that were you? You would shoot me. Let me tell you something. That is one of the hardest stains ever in history to get out. You know it and I know it. Watch this. I'm going to put a little S2O on this cloth. Check this out. Because what you're about to see is not nothing. You're about to see S2O take the ink. See the ink off my rag there? You're seeing the ink come off the bag and onto the rag. That is a great representation. It's a really representative of S2O, and that's a red bag, and I'll tell you why I did that, because it's no bleach, there's no hydrogen peroxide, no color-changing elements in here. Your bag is going to stay red. Your blue is going to stay blue. There's nothing like that at all in there whatsoever. You're going to get some great results every single time. What else can I do? Oh, how about some permanent black magic marker?
Permanent marker, that'll work.
What I'll do is I'll put it on, then we'll tell them what they get, all right? So that way they'll dry. This is indelible ink, kids. That they print money with indelible ink. Let me tell you something. Little happy face because I'm happy. Just like that. There it is, little happy face. We're going to let that dry for a second. Alice, let's come back here because I want to show you something. You're going to get 2 bottles, and the 2 bottles are hyper concentrated. Each bottle makes 16 bottles, so the 2 bottles makes 32 bottles. What is that, like 60 cents a bottle? Does your stain remover for 60 cents a bottle take out nail polish and graffiti and spray paint and all that kind of stuff?
Think about all those things that you buy, and you buy it and it does one thing. It's designed to take this out or this out or this out. And it usually, does it even work? Look at the demonstrations you've seen here. Have you ever seen anything like it? Have you seen anything that takes out spray paint? Or maybe you're about to see a permanent marker, which, you know, that's the worst to me. But the yellow mustard, that's considered one of the toughest stains ever. You've seen motor oil. You've seen all of these things before your very eyes. This is not something like, well, you know, we'll cut back later. This is what's happening on live TV, guys. $17.95. We've got a very special price break happening right now. It works out to be 62 cents if you're counting. 62 cents a bottle. And the darn stuff is amazing. We've been selling this for years. It works. It works. It works.
Do you know how many bottles we've sold?
How many?
30 million. That's not nothing. That's a lot of bottles. Okay, watch this. Rub this, feel. This is my indelible. Remember, we had that dry. Oh, come on. Really try to get it off. This is you're going to a dinner date, and I've got permanent marker on you. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some S2O, pour it in the cloth here, concentrated or diluted. You're going to see something that's kind of neat. You're going to see even indelible ink, and this is tough stuff to get out. The indelible ink in my hands, biodegradable, organic. I'm up to my elbows in it. There it is on the cloth, off my hand. Any stain anywhere, that's the rule. Let me do another one for you. Let's do a diluted demo. Watch this.
Permanent ink.
Maybe you have some drinking friends coming over. And what happens if they, oh no, that's really sad, isn't it? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to dilute it for you because, you know, here's the rule. If the stain had water in it to begin with, let's say it has water like wine or coffee or tea, then use it diluted. If the stain is thick like tar and nail polish and stuff, use it concentrated. That's kind of the rule for you, right? Okay. Now here we go. Okay, what we're going to do here, we're going to open that. Okay, watch this. Here we go. Watch the red wine as S2O hits it. Are you ready for this? This is point spray, walk away. You're seeing big molecules break down into little molecules right in front of your eyes. That can be red wine, that can be coffee, that can be tea, that can be any stain, anywhere, end of story. Isn't that the coolest demonstration of all?
You haven't even touched it yet.
I didn't even touch it. Here's one if you're queasy, please look away. blood. If you've ever had blood on maybe a baseball jersey or something, I'm going to put it in here just like that. I'm going to just let that sit there. I've got it in a beaker here, and I'm going to pour it on concentrated. And I want to show you something. Old blood, new blood, on cotton, it doesn't really matter. Big molecules breaking into little molecules right in front of your eyes. That is blood. Because I'm going to tell you something. There isn't much harder than blood. You know it and I know it. And let me tell you something. That could be dried on. That could be fresh. It doesn't make a hill of beans. It breaks down big molecules into little molecules. And that's why S2O might be the best stain remover you've ever laid eyes on stain remover, and you're getting a fantastic deal again. I'm going to show you this demonstration again. Let's say something is bus stop. Stand back, right. Just like that. So now we got a little bit of a problem here. We got all kinds of stains, and I'm going to take it diluted here, and I'm going to spray it on. And again, this is not magic. There's no bleach. This is not a, watch what happens here. I showed you the oil. I showed you the tar. I showed you the spray paint. This dirt is breaking down in front of your eyes, right in front of your eyes. No bleach, no hydrogen peroxide, no nothing. It just breaks down. Leave it there. Let it sit. It'll break down for you every single time, all the time. And that's kind of the magic of S2O. If you've spilled stuff, need a little coffee. Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what, let's just put it on here like this. All right, watch this. Maybe you have some espresso, or maybe, I don't know what you got going on, but you've spit. Look at that towel. What would you do, in fact, with this pillow? I don't know, throw it out maybe. But what you're going to see here is like a magic trick, and it's not magic. It's big molecules breaking into little molecules right in front of your eyes. In fact, you know what? It's the only presentation of the day, so watch this. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Hang on. Here. That's good. Well, what are you going to do with that? Let me show you what you do with that. You get a little diluted on S2O, and you spray it on there, because what you're going to see here, there's the before and there's the after. Big molecules breaking into little molecules, and that is what your stain remover probably doesn't do. Why? Because it's a solvent. It's a whitening agent. And you know what we end up doing? Every single time. We have a stain remover for that. We have a stain remover for, my gosh, I was in a store, they sell them in separate bottles. I thought, what? Why would it? You know what a universal solution would be? Break all the big molecules into little molecules, and you wouldn't have that problem again. I'm going to go to the car door here, because this is something that isn't nothing. Let me show you some. Come on over here, Alice. Okay. What we're going to do is I want you to feel that car door. That is graffiti spray paint. When I came out here, I sprayed graffiti spray paint on there, and that is nasty. If that was your car, I mean, and think about all this. This is biodegradable and organic. This is actually non-toxic. This is good stuff. Watch what I'm going to do here. This is graffiti spray paint, and it's coming off like a hot knife through butter. That is amazing. You just saw Alice touch that. That was as dry as you were amazed, aren't you? Because you were just touched that. That's as dry as could be, wasn't it?
I can't believe that.
And again, big molecules.
That is spray paint on there.
Yep.
How have you ever seen dried spray paint just come off with that simply? I mean, absolutely incredible. One more time, you got to see. That is spray paint.
Yes,
that is not just like a little solution. Spray paint that he put on, let it dry. That's how crazy this is. I told you you'd have to see these demonstrations to believe it. And every time I've seen it a million times, and every time I see it, I go, that's just nutty. You cannot believe it. Get it home and try it on your stains. And think about all the things that you have. Let's continue to show you, but I want to show you one more time the value that you're getting for $17.95. We rarely put this on a price break, but today you're going to get 2 of your full size, and those are going to be 16 ounces each. But each one of these is going to make 16 bottles. That means a total of 32 bottles. It's 62 cents a bottle. You will be able to use this on dried stains, new stains, stains that haven't even been created yet. And look at the way it works. That is, let's see.
All right, this is even an old stain now. We had oil, mascara, mustard, grass. This is old and dry now. It doesn't matter if it's old or new. Let me tell you something. If I can get the spray paint off that car door, I'm going to get your stain out. You got to give it a try. If it doesn't work, send it back, because that is going to save you one day a ton of money and a ton of frustration.
It is an amazing product from a pretty amazing guy. And we actually have more from you, so don't go anywhere. And, you know, speaking of amazing, we have some other great...